So I do want to introduce myself. I know we were just kind of chatting via email. So my name is Mark. I work on the product team with Janitorial Manager, and I work pretty closely with Amy. I know who you've been working with. And I also work on some of our other products we have. We're part of Blitz, Align, our phone system, and then we have a dialer software. So I do a lot of these interviews, and then I assist our sales and account management team. And probably like you, I get moved in a lot of different directions and do a lot of different things. So, but that's me. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Angelica, your company and what you do.
Okay, so I am the CEO and co-founder of Star Building Services. Me and my husband started this company from scratch, like doing like the cleaning by ourselves.
Okay.
It was back on 2008 when we started this company. And thanks God, because all of the blessings and the hard work that we have done all these years, we have grown up to have a company with really good staff members, employees, and we are right now around 130 employees working with us. We have our own building, so growing up from zero to have this day, it's a truly blessing.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, and I saw, not to mention all the employees you have, but you have, I think I saw over 100 locations. Is that right?
Yes, we service around, right now at the moment, closing March, we had 111 locations that we do.
Wow. And what types of businesses are those? Are they office buildings, hospitals, just kind of all over the place?
All over the place. Everything that is commercial, we do. So it is office, churches, schools, restaurants. We have a lot of restaurants that we service, fitness facilities, any commercial building we can service.
Okay. Very good. So as far as, the janitorial manager world, I see you've been using it for a couple of years now. It looked like 2016. Yes. What brought your company to the product, and maybe were there some challenges that you're having that you wanted to solve?
Yes, so we had the need to get like more organized, to have a system that we can use to have everything centralized. Our customers, our employees, where we can have all the information at one place, organized, and that everybody can use it. So we used to have just QuickBooks for our accounting, but didn't use anything to keep the information from our customers. So I started going around and looking on the web and seeing what softwares could be better for us. I did a lot of research, and I was comparing apples to apples to see what could be better for us. What I was looking for is more features towards my business, instead of having like seeing which one could be the best, because there are tons of softwares out there that offer the different things, but they didn't certainly match what I was looking for. So I did find out that the Janitorial Manager was the one for us. I like it. I started having conversations with John Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and he was very helpful, very nice person, and everything that we would ask, he would do it. And I like that we were both growing, that he would take in the suggestions that we were having at the moment, and he would implement that. So I love that. And that's what I always tell here to my team, for my staff. Janitorial Manager is like our Bible. So everything should be there. Mm-hmm. Everyone should be using it. And that's going to be our lifesaver for our operations, for everything what we do.
Very good. Yeah, John's a great guy. He knows, he's way above my head sometimes, but he's very good at helping people. I'm glad to hear that. So I know you mentioned you're using QuickBooks before. Talk to me about some of the features that you're utilizing with Janitorial Manager. I think Amy had mentioned you're using some of the inspections and perhaps the timekeeping.
Yes. So we do inspections and timekeeping, and we use it a lot. We were having another software to do the timekeeping because at the beginning, Janitorial Manager didn't have that feature. So when we learned that Janitorial Manager started doing it, we implemented that. We did the switch from the other software to this one, so it was better because having centralized the things that we do is easier than having to remember, like, oh no, you have to go to this, and for that go to the other website. So we started there and we're loving it. It's like those two things are the must that we use all the time, every day.
Okay. So how does your team utilize timekeeping? Do they use a mobile device to clock in and out, or how does that work for your team?
They use both. So the ones that have like newer phones, have like a space on their phones to download the apps, they would do it. Some of the people, since we're dealing with this industry, the cleaners, sometimes they don't have too much of the knowledge of new technologies or things like that. So they
Sure.
struggle with the phones. So what we do is like we set up everything for the phone of the company, so they can call and use just the regular phone from the location that they're doing, so they can do the clock in and clock out. So we like having the both options because we do have cleaners that are that learn easy to do the things on the apps, but some others are just like the olden days. They would like
Sure.
to do the fun better.
Well, that's good. It's accommodating to everybody. Me, myself, probably the younger generation, we're more into the tech stuff, but somebody older, like my parents, for example, not so much, which is okay. But there's a solution for everybody. So that's great. Now, talk to me about a little bit about inspections. Amy said you were using that feature a little bit. How are you using it? And maybe what were you doing before Janitorial Manager in that regard?
Yeah, so we weren't doing inspections before, and that's one of the things that we were looking to implement at the time. So we had a system, like it was just like a basic system where we would check our customers and see if everything was okay, and we just made the comment here at the office, and that's it. So we weren't keeping records. We weren't keeping like a truly inspection report that we should do. So that was one of the factors that we were looking at us on a software at that time. So right now they use it. And I love having the possibility to creating templates, so we can customize every inspection to every customer need, because that's one of the key components that we have, is that we customize our scope of works for each customer. So having that ability on the templates to create the inspections list, it's very good. So right now the supervisor or the quality control lady goes and just browse in the inspection from that customer and goes from there.
Very good. Well, that's good. You got a nice process in mind. And a lot of our customers love that too, for even their sales calls. They go out and they'll say, hey, I have this, professional application that actually can record the inspections and we can report these, back to you. And that's a nice competitive advantage that we've seen from some of our companies over the competition. So that's great to hear that. As far as, let's talk money. Is there any ways you would say Janitorial Manager has maybe saved your money or helped you generate more revenue?
So on savings, the standpoint, so we started having savings with the timekeeping. Like I told you before, we were having another company doing those services, and they were more expensive, and it was a little bit more complicated to manage. So besides that, it was more expensive. The time to control that was generating another expense here at the office. So having this move over, we save in our monthly recurring expense for that. We also save time on working with that feature here at the office. So that's one of the biggest things that we accomplish with this with the timekeeping. But the other thing that we're trying to do right now, it's we're looking to have a better system on controlling, not controlling, like having like everything, all the information needed for the cleaners, so we can have their performance in information in there. So with that, it will help us to make the turnover on cleaners better. Okay. So like in this industry, there is a lot of turnover on cleaners. So we're trying to incorporate this system to help unsupervisors and even the cleaners by themselves to have a how I would say, like an additional and like an added service, I would say, for them, that it will offer a security for them, that this company is good for them, so it's not going to be a bigger turnover
right.
for that side. So that's another thing that we are looking for.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you recognize that problem. I know it's a big problem in the industry as far as, how do we reduce our turnover? How do we recognize our employees and, make them feel valued for our company so they want to come to work every day. They want to continue working with us. So that's great that you have a plan in place and you're utilizing JM. I know a couple of customers that what they'll do with the time, like the clocking in and out, the timekeeping, is they'll even record like a greeting. So when they clock it on their phone, they could even offer them like, hey, you've clocked in, this many days in a row consistently, I've added a raise to your next paycheck, something like that. So I thought that was interesting. I can't remember which company was using it, but it was something different. So anyways, as far as other features, are there any other features in the system that you're utilizing? Or maybe I know there's a lot it can do that you haven't dove into that's benefited your company?
Yes, I know that JM has been growing a lot, and it has more features now than when I was looking for a software. So I love the fact of having the emails sent over with the information of the new things that JM has implemented, and all of the training videos that are being created to inform of what you do right now. So one of the things that I'm looking to see, it's forbidding on customers the feature that JM has now. Okay. So I was going through it, but I didn't get, you have to dedicate time in there and learn about it. But yes, it has many features that certainly I tell all the time to my team, my staff, like, look always here. You can find new features, new things that you didn't even know. The other thing that I want to start using like a lot is the work order system, because it will help us streamline the issues reports from our customers, so it will get better and organized.
Very good. Very good. Now, the last question, actually, I have two more questions. This is the last big one on JM, but what would you say to someone that is, we get to a lot of this in the industry, a lot of people say, well, I don't have the time, or I really don't think that I need a software to streamline my operations, or, calculator. I have my own methods out there. It works just fine. What would you say to somebody that says, I just don't need it?
Yes. So I would say to them that you got to think over again, because I know being a small business owner, the major concern is your time. So if you have a tool that will help you manage your time and will help your teams get organized, everything is going to be done better. It's going to be done faster, and it's one way to go. You don't have to worry about keeping records in many different softwares or cloud-based things. So it's all in one place. Will save money and time. And time is the biggest harder resource that a business owner can have.
Time is money. That's what they say. It's the old saying. So.
Yes.
So my very last question for you is, you have 120 locations. That's very nice. That's very good. What's your secret to success? What was your secret sauce? Now I know you don't want to share, everything out there, but maybe just a little tidbit here and there for all of our listeners.
It's just consistency, work hard, give the best of yourself. It's not, as you say, it's not a secret recipe out there that you can just copy and make it yourself. No, it's just like give more than 100% to your business. Eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks like all the time thinking about your business. It's like you can never leave it out there. It's just like think about it, get organized, and also feel free to let other people help you, because it's like we try to do it all of ourselves because we feel like it's nobody will do it like us, but no, they can do it, and they can do it even better. So
very good. That's one of the things my wife tells me. She says I should ask for help more, so I can definitely relate to that. Maybe I'll start listening. We'll see.
Yes, it will be better. Yes.
Well, very good, Angelica. Thank you so much for taking the time to join and share more about your company and your successes with JM.
Thank you so much for the time.
All right. Thank you. Take care.